Alright, what's up YouTube? I've been posting some videos and my buddies are telling me I'm doing it wrong. I didn't introduce myself. So I'm Jay. My YouTube channel is called FifeLake 40. I'm about 4 hours north of Detroit in FifeLake, Michigan. I work downstate in a steel mill. And the schedule I work 10 days and then I'm off 4. So every other weekend I have 4 days off. So my daughters are all grown. They've moved out of the house. My wife and I are empty nesters. So I find myself having extra money for sure. Also, a lot of free time. So about 5 years ago, I bought a piece of property in northern Michigan that I've been hunting for, I don't know, 15 years or so. A friend of my father-in-law's owned it. So I've been working on making it mine. Turn it into a nice hunting camp, place me and my wife can come up, kind of get away, be close to her parents so she can visit. Just a little downtime away from the Detroit area, the steel mill and all that. I've been doing some pretty cool stuff, things I enjoy watching. So my buddies, and some of them come up, help me do some projects. They said, hey, you should be posting this stuff. So I'm going to start posting this stuff. The things you're going to see on my channel, we're going to put in some food plots. We're going to cut some trees, hopefully shoot some big deer, and just try to have a good time, be away from the steel mill. So in that, we're going to be working with the Polaris Ranger. We're going to put it through its paces for sure. Got a Kubota tractor. It's a recent purchase, so I'm not the greatest operator of it yet, but we're going to get after it with it, see if it's going to do everything I want to do. So in the steel mill, we come across a lot of waste and wood and stuff like that. So I've started building projects out of this wasted wood. So I'm going to walk you around, kind of show you what I got happening out here, and let you have a look at some of the things I've been building. So first of all, this is the front of the property. We have a little camper set up, kind of converted the garage into like a kind of hunting camp area. It suits the purpose. It's pretty nice actually. So here is a barn I've made from so here's a barn I built from reclaimed boxes that heavy equipment was delivered in. Me and my father built this basically in my backyard in 4-foot by 7-foot sections, laid it out, come up with the plan. We brought it up here and put it together basically like a puzzle, and it turned out sensational. I had to add the lean-to on the side just to house the mower, log splitter, you know, extra supplies. We hang some deer in here. We get a deer so we can process them up. So that's the lean-to area. This is the little barn. Now we've converted the top of it into a loft. So my nephews, when they come up and hunt with me, they can kind of have their own area. They hang out up there, set their cots up. It's all carpeted. So the bottom half is basically a tool shed and Kubota storage. And built out of, I'd say, 90% reclaimed wood that I got for free. I may have $600 into that barn. My nephews come up, my brother-in-law Randy. We put that thing up in a day. It's pretty impressive. All right, we're gonna start walking out towards the back. This is kind of a apple orchard area here. There's about 6 or 8 apple trees here. There's a few of them in the woods that I've been trying to reclaim and get back. You know, just cutting out some stuff, let them get some sunlight and start growing. I know they need pruned bad, but I'm really afraid to do it. So I haven't done it yet. I'm just afraid to kill them trees. Here's a couple small apple trees here. These trees actually, for the first time, had apples on them this year. I went through and put some mulch and fertilizer and stuff like that around them last couple years, and I guess it helped. They're growing, they're surviving. These are some grapevines that the previous owner had put in, and I'd like to tell you the grapes are really good, but the bear seems to eat more of them than I do. I've ate 2 or 3 and they were sour as hell, but the bear enjoys the hell out of them. All right, we're walking back. This is the area I kind of keep mowed here. I don't know exactly how big that is, but it's got to be 2 acres, maybe a little more. I got a tree stand out there that was another project for some reclaimed wood. My nephews come and help me put that up in the air. I didn't film none of that. It was a pretty good day. They come up with a plan. I had the shell built. They put the legs on it and we stood that thing up. It's about 10 foot high, right out of the back of the utility trailer. Worked out great. There's our outhouse up there. While we were in the process of construction, it was an essential. So that's that. All reclaimed wood there. Little shooting range here. That's 100 yards, so we can sight in our rifles. And this was the first food plot I actually put in here. I think that's close to an acre, maybe just under. Put some stuff from Whitetail Institute. It's called Max Attract in there. It has really grown well here. My theory is to kind of put my major food plot in the front of my property to bring the deer from neighboring properties or from the back of my property to bring them in. So if they're heading here to feed at night, they got to pass us in the woods to get to the food. That's the theory. We've shot a few deer up here. I shot a nice buck up under these apple trees a couple years ago. That's my dad's blind there. He has a hard time getting around. He has a bad leg. So keep him up close. That way he can walk out there easily, not have to walk out here a few hundred yards. He just 76 now, had a knee replacement. He struggles a little bit, so trying to make it a little easier on him, so we can walk out there and cock his crossbow for him, one of me and my nephews, and turn his heat on, so by the time he gets out there, he's ready to go. All right, we're gonna keep walking back. This is another one of my little reclaim projects there. After I somehow convinced my wife to let me buy a tractor, I needed somewhere to store the implements, because a tractor really ain't worth much if you ain't got no implements. So that's what we did. Buddy Mikey come over. He'll be over tomorrow. We'll probably make some videos tomorrow. Help me put this together. We put this together in 2 days. We found it laying over in the weeds over here when we were putting in this food plot. And I think it was one of those old, either a greenhouse or one of them old like canvas sheds, portable sheds you can put up and get them at Harbor Freight or wherever they get them at. So we had this idea of, why can't we make it like when you go to Menards? They have that little cover, put your buggy under. Basically the same thing. So I got it all strapped down for the winter, but made a little shelf in there. Got all my implements stored in there. Working out. I got to figure something out for a door. I had to get a trailer when we bought the tractor. So I went a little crazy and went bigger than what I needed. Well, maybe not what I needed, but definitely bigger than what we thought. So when we put in the garage, the bathroom in there, we rented an excavator, small excavator, to put in just a small septic system. So we had the excavator for 24 hours. So I figured, shit, let's see if we can dig a pond. Well, that did not turn out the best. It's holding water. There's a bunch of damn frogs in there. I thought with the winter runoff, I thought that thing would be full come spring, but it's not. So I may have to look into putting a liner in there. But we'll see. I'm not giving up on it because I definitely want that in there. Maybe put a few fish in there, a couple bluegill or something. I think it'd be nice. All right, we're walking out back towards the back 40. This is the trail we primarily use. This is the only trail actually there was when I first bought the place. He had it clear cut probably 15 years ago, maybe. So it's growing up now. I haven't really been able to do a whole lot with it, but now having the tractor and every 10 days, these 4 days off, it's kind of conducive to come up and do some stuff. So I'm getting after it. Here's the trees there that Mikey will be over tomorrow. We're going to take some of those out. I don't know if we're going to take all of them out, but he would like some of that poplar wood to for heating his place. So that's what we're going to do. Plus there's some more apple trees in here. This is the previous owner, one of his hunting blinds that he had here. Been here for 25 years. Him and my father-in-law put it in. They killed a lot of deer here. So we still hunt out of it. It needs some work. My dad's not able to get out here as well as he used to, because he used to set here. He shot some deer here. He shot quite a few deer out of here. But we need to clear out some of this. Right now, there ain't really no neat leaves in here. But when these fill in, it stays shady. And I would like to open up for these apple trees. There's one right there ahead of us. Here's one off to the right. And there's 3 more back there in the woods. Here in Michigan, they banned baiting for deer. So we kind of got to utilize the apple trees, because we can't use those feeders. that was another little DIY project there, with some materials scavenged around. The bear kept ripping down my deer feeders.